the Democrats aren't acknowledging that it's a problem at all.
Well,
they're not saying when you find this building in San Antonio that they spent $2 billion on it, it's completely empty, and it's getting $1 million a month or whatever the fuck it's getting, and where's that money going?
Yeah, the tricky thing about this, the Doge thing is like I don't think there's any American out there that is supportive of waste, fraud, and corruption. It should be a bipartisan issue, right?
Right.
Like, it's a very easy thing to get on board with.
Right.
And this is where I feel like Elon's being a little antagonistic. I have a lot of respect for Elon, don't get me wrong, but like, it's becoming easier to be a bipartisan issue in the way that it's communicated. Whereas like having that like political decorum, like having that ability to pull everybody into this thing might be a little bit more effective on an issue that we can all get behind. There's no American that wants waste, fraud, and corruption. I hate that this is becoming bipartisan. It drives me fucking crazy because on the surface, nobody wants the waste.
Right.
Like both Democrats should be, they shouldn't be booing or whatever the fuck was happening at that like hearing last night. Not even hearing, he was like addressing the Senate.
Right.
This shouldn't
State
be.
of the Union.
It should be everybody going, hey, we agree this is fucked up. This is happening in some of our regions or whatever it is, like where you're responsible for those constituents. What's that called? If you're a congressman, your district. We need to be better about this. We need to fix this. We got to take this on the chin, and we agree. And it could be this great revolution in America that could really support everybody. And it's become this fucking bipartisan issue. And I understand there's like a lot of currency in like making the opposition look radioactive. I get that. But this is where you wish that there was like this some sort of masterful communication version of this instead of a little bit more of like this like putting the knife in and twisting it a little.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree on both sides. I think people are really foolish spending all their time just attacking the ideas of the other party instead of promoting really good ideas of your own.
Amen.
And the thing about this whole Doge thing is it's such a lightning rod. And one of the reasons why it's such a lightning rod is because these politicians are being pressured to try to keep a lot of the spending, because a lot of the spending it's all shenanigans. It's moving around thousands of different NGOs, and you're talking about billions and billions and billions of dollars that were going somewhere. So people were profiting. People had jobs, and they want to keep all those jobs. They want to keep that money flowing in, even the bullshit money, as much as they can. So there's fucking court orders, and there's lawsuits, and the Supreme Court just stopped a $1.9 billion freeze on something. There's something that just came up. It was today. So there's like legal battles about all this stuff. You're going to have a lot of confusion in that regard. But I think it's important. One of the things they're doing is they're highlighting the ridiculous things. Like they're highlighting the $250 million on transgender animal studies.
Yeah.
4.7 trillion that they can't account for.
The way that he was saying it. Did you watch it? I mean, it's hilarious.
I did.
Oh, you got to watch him talk about it.
I'm sure it's amazing, and I will watch. I just didn't have. I was busy last night, but it's like there's also a way to really clearly express to people that there's legitimate use for aid, and that this isn't really U.S. aid. It's United States Agency for International Development. If you're worried about foreign aid, I fully, completely agree. We should spend money in third world countries building wells. We should spend money trying to get food to poor people.
And that's not what this program is.
Right, that's not what this is about. Yeah. And if it's about like
this is exercising
healthcare
soft
for
power.
people and providing free clinics for people in impoverished areas, yeah, we should spend on that. But also, that's not where this money's going. A lot of this is regime overthrowing money.
Yeah.
This is regime change money. A lot of this is like money that's being propped up. They're sending money to the Taliban every fucking week.
Right.
Like, this is crazy. Like, you have to understand what this really is. So what we have to do, I think, as Americans is, look, you got a president. He's your president, whether you like it or not. That's your president for 4 years. Let's hope he does a great job.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want him to do a great job?
Yeah.
He's the captain of the ship. I don't want to hit the rocks.
Yeah.
Let's hope he gets us into a beautiful harbor.
Absolutely.
So together, that doesn't mean the Democrats can't win in 4 years, but you can't win doing this. You can't win all saying this shit ain't right, and then all of you say the exact same thing. Well, now I know who's on the take. Now I know who's got the script. Now I know who doesn't have a fucking mind of their own. You have to read the script that whatever corporate daddy filed onto your desk.
It's think tank politics.
They need a real leader. And Those real leaders are all pussy hounds, and they're all gonna. That's the problem. They all got skeletons.
Yeah, it's got to come from outside. Yeah, I wonder, like,
or they got to be a guy like Trump who could take the hits. And keep on trucking.
You need to have like a very strong constitution to do that.
I don't understand his constitution.
What do you mean? You go through the same shit.
Yeah, but his is beyond. They shot him, dude.
Yeah, they haven't shot you yet.
Not only did they shoot him yet, not
you
only
perform inside. That's the problem.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
But not only did they shoot him, but people forgot about it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And to this day,
moving right along, he didn't get shot enough.
To this
day,
people
were talking about his ear. Yeah. They're like, "Oh, but it doesn't look that shot." And it's like,
there's so many people that think that he rigged it, that he did it on purpose, that he staged it.
Yeah, he staged a bullet coming,
nicking his ear. They don't understand accuracy.
Come on.
Especially with iron sights. You know, he didn't even have a scope on the rifle.
So
iron. Do you know what iron sights
no.
are? Okay. So, like, say if you have a pistol,
yeah,
at the back of the pistol, where the handle is,
yeah,
there's these.
Oh, the little thing that you're supposed to look through, yeah.
And then there's a little post at the front, and you line the two of them up like that.
Yeah.
And he's shooting 140 yards with iron sights.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just nick someone's ear.
Yeah.
You'll hit their fucking head. You'll blow their brains out accidentally.
How much do you have to account for gravity at that distance?
You don't.
Okay.
That's really short. That's a short distance. That's why you can like put the post on it. If you wanted to go long distance, then you would want a scope. You want a high-powered scope, and you would also use ballistic software. So ballistic software is like you would apply. Like there's like a watch that has it built in, actually. The Garmin Tactics X.
Okay.
Tactics 8, rather.
Shout out Garmin.
So you would take this ballistic software, you calculate the distance. So you would use a rangefinder, which he had, by the way. He had a fucking he was walking around with a rangefinder before they saw him with a rangefinder. They didn't even arrest him. Somebody let him on that roof. They fucking gave him that gun. That's what I think.